In the today's session, we are going to start the new point from the nutraceuticals, that is the nutraceutical products. We are going to discuss the various nutraceutical products which are available in the market. So let us see the marketed nutraceutical products. As the classification of nutraceuticals, the products are being classified as the functional food, functional beverages, and the dietary supplements. Already, we have discussed the definitions of the functional food, functional beverages, and the dietary supplements. The various types of the products which are available in the market for the functional food, like cereals, bakery, then confectionery, dairy products, then snacks, functional fats and oils, and the baby food. All these are being considered as the functional food. Then the functional beverages like energy drink, sport drinks, fortified juices, then dairy beverages, then tea and coffee. All these are being considered as the functional beverages. Then the dietary supplements like vitamins, minerals, botanicals, enzymes, fatty acids, proteins, probiotics, and prebiotics. Maybe many of the products you have seen in the market or you might have purchased and consumed. So these many of the products are being present in the market under the category of the nutraceuticals, and we are consuming all these products for the health benefits or for prevention of certain diseases or the disorders, or furthermore we are using all these for the treatment of the certain diseases. If you can see the dietary supplements, they are rich with the vitamins, minerals, prebiotics, proteins, fatty acids, enzymes, botanicals, and so on. Maybe all these things are being major role in the treatment of the chronic diseases, or all these are being used widely in the treatment of the chronic illnesses. For example, cardiovascular diseases, diabetes mellitus, Alzheimer's disease, Parkinsonism disease, then the GID disorders, inflammatory bowel diseases or the syndromes, and so on. So let us move towards and we will see the further details about the nutraceutical products. I'm not going to give the much more emphasis on the marketed products. Here, we are going to discuss the certain basic things about the marketed products which are present in the market, right? So let us see the further details about the nutraceutical products. As you know that the nutraceutical products are being classified as the traditional nutraceuticals and the non-traditional nutraceuticals. So traditional nutraceuticals, these are furthermore classified as according to their chemical constituents present in it, then probiotic microorganisms and nutraceutical enzymes. Furthermore, the chemical constituents are being classified into the nutrients, herbals, and the phytochemicals. The non-traditional nutraceuticals, which are being classified as fortified nutraceuticals and recombinant nutraceuticals. Let us see first the traditional nutraceuticals. So what are the traditional nutraceuticals? These are the natural substances with no change to the food. We are not changing the food, right? That is being considered as the traditional nutraceuticals. And they contain several natural components that deliver the benefits beyond basic nutrition. It is rich with the certain nutrients, right? And that is being considered under the traditional nutraceuticals. Say, for example, lycopene in tomatoes, then omega-3 fatty acids in salmon, then saponins in the soya. So these are some of the examples of the traditional nutraceuticals. Let us see first the nutrients under the traditional nutraceuticals. So what is mean by the nutrient? Everyone should know the definition of nutrient so as to you will understand the thing clearly. So nutrients is a substance that provides nourishment essential for the maintenance of life and for growth. That is known as the nutrient. Whatever the things are there, whatever the nutrients are there, they are going to provide the nourishment which is essential for maintenance of life and for the growth. That is known as the nutrient. So it's a very simple, right? So most of the vegetable, if you can see, there are so many things are there in which the nutrients are present. For example, most of the vegetables, whole grain cereals, dairy products, fruits, animal products such as meat and poultry, which contains the vitamins and cure heart disease, stroke, cataract, osteoporosis, diabetes, and cancer. How it is to so? Here I have cited the example of the vegetable. So many types of the vitamins are there. So many types of the minerals are there which are present in the vegetables. Say for example, take an example of any of the vegetable which comprises the calcium, any of the vegetable which comprises the potassium, which comprises the magnesium, which comprises the zinc, and so on. Right? That could have certain role in the management of the certain diseases. There are certain vegetables are there. They are rich with the vitamin C. Say for example, citrus fruit. They are rich with the vitamin C. Vitamin C is going to act as an antioxidant, and thereby they are going to reduce the oxidative stress. Right? So definitely it is having a beneficial effect in the management of certain diseases like the cardiovascular diseases, then the osteoporosis, diabetes mellitus, and the cancer. Then the plant, animal, and dairy products contains minerals that are useful in the osteoporosis, anemia, building strong bones, teeth, muscles, and improving nerve impulses and the heart rhythm. If you can see the dairy product, might be it contains the calcium, and that could be helpful in the osteoporosis, flax seeds, and the salmon, which contains the fatty acid, free fatty acid, the omega-3 PUFH, which controls the inflammatory processes and maintain brain functions and reduces the cholesterol deposit. So if it is going to reduce the cholesterol deposition, definitely the chances of the arteriosclerosis, it is going to be reduced. The chances of the high BP, it is going to be reduced. Chances of stroke, it is going to be reduced. Chances of overweight, it is going to be reduced, right? Then fish is a source of many important nutrients, including proteins, vitamins, and the minerals, along with the certain fatty acids. The examples of nutrients, for example, vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and the fatty acids. So this is about the nutrients. So nutrients is a substance that provides nourishment essential for the maintenance of life and for the growth. For example, vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and fatty acids. All these are being considered as the nutrients. Let us move towards the herbal. All of you are aware about what is mean by herb. And you know that these herbs are having the medicinal value. They are having the medicinal properties. They are having an ability to treat certain diseases and disorders. And all these are being considered as the traditional nutraceuticals. That is under the herbals. So the nutraceuticals are very useful in the improving health and preventing chronic diseases with the help of herbal. So let us see the examples of the herbals which are being used in the nutraceuticals. Say, for example, isabgol. We feel that isabgol, it is obtained from the herb. Isabgol has, yes, it is obtained from the one of the herb. And it is possible to use the isabgol husk in the management of the gastrointestinal disorders, right? Maybe the constipation. It is having the certain fibers, right? And that could be advantages in some of the gastrointestinal disorders. Maybe you are aware about isabgol. Let us see some other examples like willow bark, which is being obtained from the Salix nigra, which contains the salicine, which is an anti-inflammatory, analgesic, antipyretic, astringent, and anti-arthritic. Willow bark, which is obtained from the Salix nigra, which contains the phytoconstituent salicine. And salicine, it is having the properties like anti-inflammatory, it is an analgesic, antipyretic, astringent, and the anti-arthritic. The second example, that is the parsley, which is being obtained from the Petroxylium crispum, which contains the flavonoids, epiol, and the soralin. And it is a diuretic, carminative, and antipyretic. You may know the peppermint, which is being obtained from the Mentha preparata, and which contains the menthol, and which cures the cold and flu, right? Then the lavender, which is being obtained from the Lavandula angustifolia, which comprises mainly the tannins, which cures depression, hypertension, stress, cold, cough, and asthma. And the last example, that is the cranberry, which is being obtained from the Vaccinium erythrocarpum, which contains the proanthocyanidin and are useful in a cancer, ulcer, and urinary tract infection. You might know there are so many other herbals are there like the senna, belladonna, or gokru, which are being used in the management of the certain diseases and disorders. Just I have here given the few examples of the herbals which are being used under as the nutraceutical products for the management of certain diseases and disorders. Let us move towards the next nutraceutical, that is known as the phytochemicals. Some of the phytochemicals are being utilized as a nutraceutical. So these nutraceuticals are classified on the basis of the chemical name given to them as per the phytochemical property. Maybe all of you are aware about the chemistry part of the plant, and all these things are being products are being furthermore classified according to the presence of phytochemicals in the nutraceutical. Furthermore, the products are available as a carotenoids, legumes from the categories, that is the carotenoids, legumes, seeds, flavonoid, polyphenolic, non-flavonoid polyphenolic, then phenolic acids, and so on. The very first one, that is the carotenoids, that is which comprises the isoprenoids, and all these carotenoids which are found in the fruits, vegetables, egg yolk, and all these are having the anti-carcinogenic properties. Furthermore, they are going to act as an immunomodulator by boosting the natural killer immunocells and protect the cornea against UV light. So here, the most of the carotenoids, they are used to protect the cornea against UV light. They are going to boost the immune system and they are having the anti-carcinogenic properties. And most of the carotenoids are found in fruits, vegetables, and egg yolks. Then legumes, say for example, chickpeas and soybean, grains, and palm oil, which contains the non-carotenoids, which remove the cholesterol and are anti-carcinogenic. There are some of the legumes are there which comprises the non-carotenoids, and they're having the ability to decrease the cholesterol level from the body, and furthermore they're having the anti-carcinogenic properties. For example, chickpeas, soybean, grains, and palm oil. Then seeds of barberria, vera, and broccoli contains the isothiocyanate, that is the glucosinolates, having anti-tumorigenesis activity, that is anti-cancer activity, right? Then flavonoid polyphenolics, which are present in the berries, fruits, vegetables, legumes, and all these flavonoid polyphenolics, they're having the properties like antioxidant, then phytoestrogens. They're going to prevent the breast cancer, prostate cancer, and furthermore, they're going to control the diabetes. Means some of the berries, fruits, vegetables, and legumes, they're going to be used in the management of the cancer, in the management of diabetes mellitus. They're going to be used to manage the oxidative stress, right? In order to get the relief from the certain diseases and disorders. Then the non-flavonoid polyphenolics, which are present in the dark grapes, then the raisins, berries, peanuts, and the turmeric root. And all these are being used as anti-inflammatories, antioxidant, anti-clotting agent, and they are going to lose the cholesterol. So if you can take the examples of the grapes, berries, peanuts, and turmeric, all these are contains the non-flavonoid types of the polyphenol. Although they are having the properties like anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and anti-clotting. So they are going to reduce the oxidative stress, they are going to decrease the inflammation, and furthermore, they are going to decrease the cholesterol level. So might be they are helpful in the cardiovascular diseases as well as in the management of the diabetes mellitus. Then phenolic acids, which are present in the blueberries, tomatoes, bell peppers, these are being used as a antioxidant and reduce the mutagenicity of polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. So this is about the phytochemicals. Moving towards the probiotic microorganisms. So before dealing with the probiotic microorganism, one should know the definition of the probiotic. So we are consuming the probiotics to get certain health benefits. All these are the living microorganisms, right? So probiotics are the live microorganisms which on consuming in an adequate amount confer a healthy effect on the host. They're providing the healthy effect. They're going to improve the absorption of the certain components. They're going to reduce the absorption of certain things, and it might be beneficial to the health. So probiotics are friendly bacteria that promote healthy digestion and absorption of the some of the nutrients. If the material present in the GIT, if it is digested well, what will happen? Whether we feel the discomfort Suppose that we have taken a heavy diet, there might be some discomfort after half an hour, isn't it? We become lazy, isn't it? If we are getting a morning pain, it indicates that whatever we have taken a food last night, it is having a certain problem. It might be oily. It might contain so many other things, which is not digestible. So if we have taken a probiotic, that could support the digestion of the food material. They crowd out pathogens such as yeast, bacteria, and viruses that may cause the disease and develop a mutually advantageous symbiosis with the human GI. When we are taking the probiotics, its growth in a GIT, it is going to be increased. Thereby, they are going to prevent the growth of certain pathogenic microorganisms, yeast, bacteria, and viruses. They are causing the certain diseases, right? So probiotic furthermore exerts an antimicrobial effect. How it is to so? See, suppose we have taken a probiotic, isn't it, which contains the spores. There might be the number of colonies for the probiotics in a GIT, it is going to be increased. So there is the least number of pathogens and more number of the probiotic microorganisms. As the probiotic microorganism consumes the more food from the GI, and pathogenic microorganisms, they are unable to survive. Their number is going to be limited, number is going to be reduced, and thereby the probiotics are going to act as an antimicrobial agent. So probiotics exerts an antimicrobial effect by modifying the microflora, preventing adhesion of pathogens to intestinal epithelium. So the whatever the probiotic microorganisms are there, they're preventing the invasion of the pathogenic microorganisms to the GIT. Furthermore, competing for the nutrients essential for the pathogen survival. So if there is a competition between the pathogen and the probiotic microorganisms, definitely the number of probiotic microorganisms are more. So the survival rate for the pathogenic microorganism, it is going to be reduced. Furthermore, producing an antitoxin effect and reversing some consequences of infection on intestinal epithelium, such as secretory changes and neutrophil migration. So these are the some of the benefits of the probiotics. They can cure lactose intolerance by producing beta-galactidase enzyme that hydrolyzes the offending lactose into its component sugar. Examples: milk, yogurt, fermented products, human breast milk, then vegetables, grains, and fruits. So this is about the probiotic microorganism. So let us see the nutraceutical enzyme. See, our body doesn't work without enzyme. We require the enzyme, isn't it? For biodegradation, metabolism, so many processes, isn't it? So enzymes are an essential part of life, and without which our body would stop functioning. Body is not going to be functioned well without enzymes. Take an example of a starch, cellulose, then the various carbohydrates, polysaccharides. If we are consuming these all these carbohydrates in our body, it gets depleted in a GIT. There is a degradation, and all the carbohydrates gets converted into the sugars or small moieties like the glucose, fructose, galactose, xylose, and so on. Similarly, the proteins are also going to be degraded and gets converted into the simple amino acids, maybe the essential and non, isn't it? And that is the role of here the role of enzymes came into the picture. And some of the nutrients provides the enzyme. And that is being considered as, or that is known as the nutraceutical enzyme. So individuals suffering from the hypoglycemia, blood sugar disorders, digestive problems, then obesity are relieved from the symptoms by adding the enzyme supplement to their diet. There are certain diseases and disorders are there which are related with the deficiency of enzymes. Say, for example, hypoglycemia, then the blood sugar disorders, digestive problems, then the weight gain, or you can say it as obesity. Its symptoms are going to be relieved by adding the enzyme supplements to their diet. For example, microbial, example, catalase, animal, trypsin, plant, hemicellulose. There are so many enzymes are there which are being added in the nutraceutical products. Say, for example, pepsin. It is one of the enzymes which is present in the so many products. So this is about the traditional nutraceuticals. Moving towards the non-traditional nutraceuticals. Just now we have discussed the traditional nutraceuticals. Whatever the modern or new types of the nutraceuticals are available in the market, they're known as the non-traditional nutraceuticals. Say, for example, fortified nutraceuticals or recombinant nutraceuticals. So non-traditional nutraceuticals are the artificial foods prepared with the help of biotechnology. Whatever the products which are available in the market or which are being considered under the non-traditional nutraceuticals, they are being prepared by taking the help of the biotechnology, right? We are using the recombinant technology, right? And food samples contain the bioactive component engineered to produce the products for human wellness. For example, the fortified nutraceuticals and recombinant nutraceuticals. So let us see first fortified nutraceuticals. So these nutraceuticals include the fortified food from the agricultural breeding or the added nutrients and or the ingredients that is known as the fortified nutraceuticals. For example, orange juice fortified with the calcium, then cereals with the added vitamins or the minerals, then flour with the added folic acid, milk fortified with the cholecalciferol is used in a vitamin D deficiency, then prebiotic and probiotic milk fortified with the Bifidobacterium lactis HN019 is used in diarrhea, respiratory infections, and severe illness in the children. Then banana fortified with the soybean ferritin gene is used in the iron deficiency. So these are some of the products related with the fortified nutraceuticals. Moving towards the recombinant nutraceuticals, there are so many recombinant nutraceuticals are available in the market. Say examples, spirulina, then the iron rice from the recombinant plant, then fermented soya milk from the recombinant animals. So these nutraceuticals include the energy providing food such as the bread, alcohol, fermented starch, yogurt, cheese, and vinegar. Right? These are produced with the help of biotechnology. We are using the engineered production of probiotics and extraction of bioactive compound by enzyme or fermentation technology and genetic engineering technology are achieved through the biotechnology. So whatever the products are there, which are being considered under the recombinant nutraceuticals, they are going to be prepared by using the or by taking the help of biotechnology or recombinant technology. So this is about the nutraceutical products. So in this session, we have discussed the nutraceutical products. There is a traditional nutraceutical products and the non-traditional nutraceutical